Hi, everybody. Ross Shafer here. Next on The Late Show, yes, all of the castaways are back. It's the Gilligan Island reunion. Plus, we're going to have more of my exclusive interview with Jim and Tammy Baker. So come on, you don't want to miss this show. Come with me. Come on.
Hey! From Hollywood, it's The Late Show starring Ross Shafer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to The Late Show, everybody. Wow. See, this is what happens. You tell people we're going to have a Gilligan's Island reunion, and they go like they're crazy about this. Yeah. Oh, you can't talk?
I don't believe.
Oh, now you can.
Now I can.
Oh, okay. Are you a Gilligan's Island fan? Did you watch it? Didn't you watch it when you were after school?
All the time.
Did you guys watch it after school? Yeah. Didn't you think it was strange? Didn't you think it was very odd that the professor could make a telecommunications satellite out of a clamshell, but he couldn't build a raft that would float? Doesn't that? And I wish, you know what I was hoping? I was hoping that when the show went off the air, they would have a Gilligan's Revenge, where Gilligan would go down and hunt down all those people who stopped by the island and then left without taking them with him. Welcome back to The Late Show, everybody. This is our Gilligan's Island reunion, and our first guest, of course, played the title role on Gilligan's Island. Please welcome the skipper's little buddy, Bob Denver. Oh, this is great. How are you? Boy, it's really good to see. You know, watching you stumble out. You had to take a tremendous beating during that series.
I was really lucky. Physically, I never got hurt.
You never got hurt?
No, I came close a few times, but never did.
You got thrown around enough.
I had Alan Hale, for a big cushion, so I never had to worry.
Now, you did not have a break when you got the show Gilligan. Didn't you go right from, did I get this right, from Dobie Gillis?
To Gilligan?
Right to Gilligan.
Right. And then from there, I went to another show called The Good Guys, which nobody ever heard of.
Well, fortunately, the Gilligan's Island deal just stayed on and on and on.
It must be up there in the top rerunner of all series, I think.
Yeah. Now, was Gilligan a first name or a last name?
Well, in the show, we never said, but I asked Sherwood Schwartz, the writer, and he said if we ever going to use it, it would have been Willie Gilligan.
Willie Gilligan?
Willie Gilligan, yeah.
See, that's a scoop here now to all of us. How do you think we did with
That looks great. It's kind of spooky, actually, especially this table.
I know. Isn't this wonderful? We tried to do it from the original Gilligan's Island set.
Very
But
close.
that's a parking lot now.
Really? Yeah, it's gone.
What happened when the show broke up? I heard there was a story that, what did they do with the set?
I think everybody took it home and put it in their backyard.
Did you take any mementos?
I didn't get any
or
of
anything?
the huts, but I think a few people took the huts home and, by their swimming pool. It looked pretty nice. I think a lot of the props went that way. I don't know where the little car went.
Yeah, I don't know either. We were talking a little bit before the show, and so many people watched this program when they came home from school.
Right.
Was it? Did you think it would last that long? Were you surprised that?
Well, I would have made a better deal if I thought it would be rerunning in 1988.
Sure.
But who knew in 1963?
Yeah.
I mean, if you got 2 years of reruns, you figured that was great.
What did the critics think of it? It was a popular success. What did the critics think of it?
The critics panned it pretty heavily. They thought it was inane. They thought it was, silly. All the things it was.
How about scripts? Did you ever look at a script and said, "Oh, this can't be me"?
Oh, no. Sherwood scripts are always great. I came in the second year, and he had 16 or 17 scripts ready to go for the second year, which meant, special effects department got them, and they could do all the gags and, practice them.
That's unheard of, though.
Unheard of, yeah.
Yeah.
The man was amazing.
What about recognizability when you were at your peak?
It hasn't changed. I mean, the kids are still watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My hair's kind of white now, but they say, oh, they probably figured it happened in the island, and I'm going back to get it fixed.
There have been a couple reunion movies.
Yes.
There have been 3. Do you think there'll be another one?
I hope so. We have a
think
script.
so?
Sherwood has a script for it. And
Really?
I'm hoping that we can do it, either as a network show or maybe as a movie.
It's kind of fun, isn't it, to get back together?
Oh, yeah. The cast is great. They're just fantastic.
Yeah.
You're going to meet him, so you'll...
Yes, we are. In fact, we have another one.
The small guy.
The small guy. The guy known as Skipper, and a lot of people don't know what his real name was. We'll find out what that is in just a minute. Alan Hale Jr. is here, Bob's co-star. I'll tell you. That. You know, isn't this? It looks like you have not changed one day, honestly.
Well, how nice a compliment. Well, I must say, the skipper has become my alter ego.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm one and the same now. The skipper is really, I'm for everybody, and I just think it's wonderful to get a reception like that. It's delightful.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you.
Isn't that nice? When you got this script, Alan, and you saw the character, was it one that you fell in love with right away, or could you see yourself playing it?
Well, it was placed so very nicely. Actually, it was rather an amazing story. I was in St. George, Utah, doing a picture with Audie Murphy, and I got this call to come down. Well, we had a small budget picture, and there was kind of a difficulty as to how was I going to get there. There were no planes out of there. There were no rental cars or anything. We went up with studio cars. So I went out on the highway with my thumb. And I hitchhiked out of St. George, got down to Las Vegas, flew from Las Vegas into CBS. And when I got in there, they had some procedure going on. And Mr. Sherwood Schwartz, our creator, a man who I highly respect, he said, Alan, he said, really, in many ways, he said, I have written this story for you. Now, he said, if you'd like to be the skipper, you are. But I would like to see you in contrast with some of the people that we're going to use. So I did this test. And it all seemed to work out very well. He had a fine point that he wanted to work out between Gilligan and myself. The fact that, I was always on him. But the fact is, I loved him.
That's number 5,761.
He was taking a lot of beatings on the head for that.
So it was kind of a fine point that he was after, and he saw to it to see in me what he wanted.
Yeah.
In other words, I did what I was supposed to do, but he saw the way he liked it. So I became the skipper.
Now, you're very much like the skipper, actually, in real life. You do love boats. And
yes, I got to say, my goodness sakes, that's nicely put the way you put that. It's nice to be aboard, huh?
we have a clip we want to show.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, this is of the two of you. Isn't this of the two of them?
Okay.
Is it? All right. The skipper and Gilligan.
Buddy, I see exactly what you're trying to do. Thank you. But we've got to go through with this now. All right, line up. Close your eyes.
Sure, Skipper. Wait a minute. If it's a clean blow, I'll reward you both ears and a tail.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Howell.
What?
That's marvelous. That's just marvelous. Now, what are you doing today? I understand there's something to do with travel, isn't it? Or...
Oh, I have, yes, it's so nice of you to mention it. I have Alan Hale's Quality Leisure and Travel now. I'm very pleased for that, and I also have a product that I'm putting on the market called Nulon, which is a wondrous product. It's a Teflon-based product, and like an additive for a car, but we go steps beyond, so we really don't say we're an additive, but we treat a car. In other words, a Nulon treatment is really rather exciting because it delves into molecular reaction and all that. It dramatically changes the characteristics of an engine.
Yeah, this is
so I'm
something
most pleased about it.
This is something that Professor...
And you'll all
probably-
be hearing about it very soon. Yeah.
Well, good. Now, you're going to stick around for the rest of the reunion, aren't you?
I'd surely like to.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to come back with the movie star and Marianne and the Professor.
How nice to
So
chat.
stick around.